Hey folks, for OS Reviews, you're watching our video review of the DiGiYes HR01-U3. This is a USB 3.0 hub with also a Ethernet port, which makes it great for ultra portables and laptops that might lack a wired internet connection, especially if you're a road warrior and you're constantly traveling to hotel rooms that might have some spotty internet access. This is a way for you to add a wired internet connection for a lot of tablets and ultra portables these days that lack this native port that's built in, and also expands upon the number of ports directly on your laptop or computer. However, we have to say that this type of accessory faces a lot of stiff competition in the current market, just because we've seen a lot of these USB hubs recently, so we'll have to see if DiGiYes has presented something that really stands out, or whether they've just created something that kind of follows the pack. Taking out the packaging, is pretty nicely presented. We have the device labeled on the top, and the back features a QR code to learn more information about the unit itself. DigiPrice has given this unit a pretty reasonable price tag at about $20 or so online, so it's fairly inexpensive and affordable. The packaging is also crafted out of a recycled material, which is eco-friendly. On the inside, you have access to the actual USB hub itself. There is also an additional CD driver, although this is a plug-and-play device, so in case it's not supported for Windows XP and older laptops, you can use this. And there's also an instruction manual printed in monochrome black and white in both English as well as in Chinese. Look at the design of the actual USB hub. It's crafted out of a rugged plastic material that feels fairly durable in the hand, and you can see how the edges are kind of one-piece plastic, which adds to the fact that it makes it seem a bit more premium in terms of construction quality. The front, you have the three USB 3.0 hub ports, and the USB ports themselves are spaced pretty nicely apart, which means that you don't have any issues in terms of interference when plugging in more than one USB product. So if we have a USB thumb drive that we wanted to plug in here, I can then plug in another device, again, without experiencing any interference between them, just because, again, that spacing between them is pretty far and wide, which we do appreciate. Otherwise, the connection to the USB ports themselves is pretty secure. It's rather tight, which is always good. And there's also something that we like and we haven't really seen before on similar very tiny and pocketable USB hubs. And there's actually the addition of LED indicators that will turn on and illuminate green to tell you when a particular USB port is being utilized. So it's a nice feature that we haven't really seen before. Otherwise, on the bottom here, we have the LAN or the Ethernet port, quite useful, again, if your ultra portable or tablet lacks native wired internet connection, and it's pretty easy to use. It's rather sensitive, and we found that we got internet speeds near the, wired internet speeds, which were technically a little bit faster than using Wi-Fi, which is always impressive. So streaming video we got faster speeds in general, which is good. And you can see there are two LED indicators that will illuminate green when you have a successful internet connection and yellow when you don't. And that's pretty much standard as far as that goes. The wire itself for the USB ports is actually on the shorter side of the spectrum. We wish that the cord could be a little bit longer, which means that if you have to use the USB hub for a desktop, the setup could be a bit strained and limited. Also, we would have liked to see rubber feet on the bottom of the hub itself, because it kind of slides around on desks pretty easily, which is something we would like to see the manufacturer add in future generations and models. Overall, I think that the design is pretty small, it's pretty pocketable, and it's discreet and looks fairly professional. Although, compared to the competition, it is a bit larger than some other USB hubs we've seen. For example, this is a Keydox USB hub, which offers the same number of ports and also an Ethernet port, but you can see how it's a fair bit smaller in terms of the size, and you can see how DiGiYes did add kind of this strip to the side. I think that they could have cut down in terms of the size to make it a bit more pocket friendly when you're traveling. I'd say that the DiGiYes HR01-U3 USB 3.0 hub with the Ethernet port adapter is a nice accessory to purchase because it functions exactly as advertised, but at the same time it doesn't exactly stand out from the crowd. There are a few limitations here and there, and it's solidly built, and there are LED indicators on the sides, which is a nice touch that not all USB hubs have. But as far as performance goes, it's solid, but again, it doesn't really differentiate itself from the crowd. Overall though, if you are looking for an inexpensive USB hub, this is a good option to go with. It works well and has a rather good construction quality going for it as well. You can check out our full review on our website. Thanks for watching this video review here at OS Reviews. This has been the DiGiYes HR01-U3.